My name is Dr. Mike Lang. As both a health researcher and adventure guide, I've seen how spending time outdoors can enhance the well-being of family caregivers. Ashley is the primary caregiver for her 9-year-old daughter who has many complex and life-threatening health challenges. Routinely making life and death choices for a loved one can be overwhelming. So together with Dr. Lisa Bélanger, a behavior change expert, we are climbing a big mountain to talk about how to prioritize the choices that matter on the mountain and in life. This is Caregivers in the Wild.
There we go.
Popping the tag off. Brand new pants.
They're mine.
Nice. Now they're yours. Yeah.
However your fingers like to lie, I end up with
And
sort
we're
of a
not
couple
holding it
fingers
by the
pointing down the
handle?
shaft. This looks mean, but it's not that useful.
Yeah.
So this is what the climber will do, and that's what you want to look like.
Victoria is 9. She's born with a brain injury, so she has cerebral palsy, vision impairment, epilepsies. You know, there's periods where she can't stand up, and there's periods where she can. There's not a whole lot that she's doing independently on her own. We spend so many days in survival that even the basics are just, you know, outside your grasp.
How much of the climb tomorrow will be like this?
That steepness?
Yeah.
There'll be like 3 or 4 pitches of the rope like that.
Yeah. All right.
So it's this one,
There you go.
and then this one,
That's right.
and then axe.
Yep.
You're trying to do the education, and you're trying to do the social, and you're trying to do like the personal fulfillment. And then you're also just trying to keep a human being alive. I'm so stuck with where we're at. And I just don't know how to unstick myself.
There we go.
So you want them really close.
Close together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your feet level with each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa. Wait, you didn't do your move.
Oh, wait, this one?
Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
It's really hard for me to plan things like this, or commit to planning, or like plan and then handle the disappointment.
Yeah.
But also I do like doing hard things, because I can make them stop. This I can make stop. I choose to do this. So.
Yeah, it's different, you know, because there's lots of parts of your life that you can't choose, right?
Your feet feel so different in these boots because you don't feel all the rocks underneath you.
We're gonna go up this a little bit, and then we'll cut across.
Oh, right on the tip of the moraine?
Yeah. The decision we have to make is whether or not we want to climb the lower part of the ice. We have an increased rockfall hazard and also steeper climbing. I'm sort of leaning towards just sticking with something a little bit safer. We'd still follow the glacier, but we would end up not doing the technical ice climbing.
Okay. So how do you guys feel about not doing the technical climbing?
Sounds like a great plan.
Yeah? You're cool with that? All right.
I'm cool with that.
Great. The choices, like out here, they're like pretty simple. Like what is gonna keep you safe and what's not?
Well, look at the glacier. No fish without the basket.
We all have a capacity to make decisions. The more decisions we have, that takes away from our capacity. And then it ends up accumulating into a fatigued state or a paralyzing state.
Yeah, I think, you know, when you think about caregiving, a lot of caregivers feel like pretty significant decision fatigue, right? Like they make so many choices every single day.
Yeah.
You got this.
Physiologically, that was a very uncomfortable few minutes. There's the element of I got myself into this situation, now I gotta see it through. Also, Grant wouldn't have told us to go up there if he didn't think we should, right?
How you feeling, Ashley?
Well, I'm glad we're not going back down now.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, look at all the clouds and mist coming off those. Well, hey, Grant, how much further do we got? We got
2 more summits.
2 more summits?
Yeah.
All right.
Way to go, you guys!
Yes! Yeah.
Way to go.
With epilepsy, sometimes a couple times a year, we have to think about, okay, is this the time where we need to decide whether or not we're doing compressions, whether or not we're extending life?
Yeah.
And it's really hard because so far she's bounced back really strong. And I want to push and give her every opportunity, but I don't want to preserve life. Or like, how did you say it?
They keep people alive.
I don't want to keep her alive.
You want her
I want
to live. Yeah.
And that is such a fine line. And you think, oh, was I willing to give up too fast?
You're literally making life and death choices on a
All the
routine
time.
basis. And then you have to think about, okay, what are we having for dinner?
It takes so many people to raise a complex kid.
Yeah.
So what am I good at? What can I provide and what can I excel at in this? There's things I can't give up. Some of the decision making, some of the caregiving has to be me. But then if I look at my skill set and what I want to offer my kid, what am I really great at?
Yeah, and ultimately the easiest decision is the one you don't need to make yourself, right? And so, when you allow others to make those more mundane choices, like what's for dinner, that frees up your capacity to make the bigger, more important decisions as a caregiver, right? So you can both really live.